Ask the average young graduate right now, what are you going to make out of your life? For most of them, just for asking that question, here's their reply. Shabalantos kalika prandagada. What did you say again? A great life. Let me tell you all the visions. When I was in 400 level and you are looking at him. And they say, okay, now that you are done, I'm not downplaying your tongues. Where are you going from here? He said, I know God. I know how God lifted me. I know the grace upon my life. That same person, after 5 years, you will see him like a horse that has been tamed. He may not even be born again because he's angry, offended at the pastor who he believed deceived him on campus. There are many angry young men today because the propositions we have given them, even though it seemed to have come from God based on our theology, it's not produced victory in their lives. How many believers are still owing rent in church? Talk to me. How many believers do not have food to eat and it seems to not be an issue for the pastor? And yet we demand that every Sunday members should show up, not online, on site. And they are not armed robbers. And you are trying to stop prostitution. Why wouldn't the lady be tempted to prostitute herself when she lives in, say, Kubwa, or lives in somewhere, you know, in Karu, and she's a worker in church and she must show up on Sunday? If not, you will be the first to persecute the lady and say she's not serious. Now she does not have any transport. And you say God will do it. Listen carefully. I hope I'm provoking you. The Christian faith needs to get back to the drawing board and re-examine what our worldview is. There are certain things, if I believed, I would have been a failure in life. They were brought forth by sincere people. But looking from hindsight, I thank God for giving me the stubbornness to have refused them. Because those programmings would have brought me into a life of total failure. Total failure. Are we together? Total failure. And you see, the dangerous thing about preachers is that as preachers, while we advocate this error, eventually we find the truth ourselves through growth. We repent quietly and readjust and start enjoying the blessings while leaving the people who were listening to our yesterday's sermon to be destroyed. We would have evolved and are making progress. Forgive ourselves for our ignorance and leave the thousands who have been misled by our pride.